Welcome back to Local 4 News. Today we have trivia question to follow up our On the Course with KRAUSE. We want to know which current PGA golfer recently threw out the first pitch at a Cubs game, Wrigley Field, left-handed. I guess probably the only golfer who really did, but this was lefty, but it wasn't lefty. Was it lefty? The right answer could win you a free round of golf. Head to the Local 4 Facebook page. Put your answer. You'll find the question there. Again, the Local 4 Facebook page for our trivia free round of golf for 2. Coming your way if you win. Weather and traffic together now. We have 59 degrees and patchy fog out there. On our way into the upper 70s once we burn off this morning fog by about 9-10 a.m. Hazy sunshine to mostly sunny. Again, upper 70s to near 80 degrees this Friday afternoon. Kim?
All right, looks great, Brandon. And here's a look at your commute this morning. Also looking great. We're looking down at I-75 right at Jocelyn Road, and it is quiet out there. Roads are dry, a little foggy in some areas, so watch out for that. But other than that, we are looking great.
All right, thank you, Kim. So it was a messy commute for drivers in San Diego as this massive sinkhole opened up on a highway, sending water and mud just gushing into several lanes of traffic.
Crews estimated the sinkhole to be about 8 feet wide. This aerial video shows the water bubbling from the sinkhole, leaving a pool of muddy water. The road was closed for several hours as crews made repairs. Quite the mess there.
Yeah, it was. 5:28 is your time, and new in our next half hour, stories from across Metro Detroit, including Farmington Hills, Royal Oak, and Westland.
And we'll be back with more in just a moment. Keep it here.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 5:30 starts now.
Okay, so the Tigers are at home tonight, and then there's this concert across the street, another Kid Rock concert at the LCA, plus other shows, Paramore, and a ton of weekend fun. So the big question is, where are we going to park?
Right?
This weekend, it's the first big test for big events ever since LCA has officially opened to the public. So this could get interesting.
It could, but we have seen where there's things going on at Comerica Park and, you know, other concerts and things happening and happening at Fox Theater. And so I think it might work out.
I say no matter what, there's so much to do in downtown Detroit other than the event that you're going to. So just come on down, find your parking early, let that be a last thought, and just enjoy the city, right? The queue line, go to Campus Martius, and then your event will happen.
Try the restaurants, walk around, you know, LCA, even if you don't have tickets.
And most importantly, spend your money in Detroit.
There you go. And how about Brandon pulling through with perfect weather to hang out downtown all weekend? Woo, the crowd roars.
Oh, that was me. Yes, you know, the parking question is the greatest question because we don't have to worry about the weather this weekend. It is going to be ideal. I guess you have to worry about what to wear. Mild all day, including this evening, if you're going to be at the Tigers game, maybe Adamant. I know there's a lot of different fun, great things going on. Temperatures close to 60 degrees around Wayne County, but look out in Ann Arbor, 52 there. 57 up in Mount Clemens, 53 in Lapeer. Double Nichols, 55 in Monroe. It's 57 in Harrow, Ontario, where we are seeing some fog over in parts of southern Ontario, but visibility is a third of a mile or less throughout most of Washtenaw County right now, up into St. Clair County and down in Monroe. Those are the worst spots, but central and northern Macomb County also seeing some of that fog. It burns off or lifts 9-10 o'clock. Hazy sunshine, 75 at noon, 80 degrees this afternoon. And look at this. Sun sets at about 7:42, and at 8 o'clock we're at 72 degrees, looking good. Your Kim D haircast is also looking good. There's a little bit of humidity in the air, but it's light winds, sunshiny. I think it's going to be a good, mostly good hair day. Let's check with Kim, though, early on. She's got the hair barometer.
Early hair. I don't know. What are we thinking?
I think it looks good.
Guys.
But
okay. I think it's okay. I think it's a good hair day. Well, it's a good day for your commute as well, and your weekend forecast looks great. So we've just got Lots of good news for you this morning. All right, but let's talk about some construction. Those of you who travel through Clarkston, you're going to want to watch out for this over on the northbound lanes of Dixie Highway right near I-75 here. Only one lane open until 6 o'clock this evening, so you could see some slowdowns in that area. We also have construction over on Telegraph. We're talking about the northbound lanes between Square Lake and Franklin Road. Only one lane open there. This starts at 9 a.m. this morning, and this is not going to wrap up until 6 a.m. Monday morning, so keep this in mind for the weekend. Also on north and southbound Telegraph between Grand River and 8 Mile, only one lane open there from 10 o'clock tonight until 5 a.m. Monday morning. Back to you.
Kim, thank you. At 5:35, we want to update you on breaking news that we've been telling you about this morning from London. Police now calling the explosion at a London subway a terror attack. You're looking at live pictures there on the scene. This happened during the morning rush hour. Officials are also confirming that several people were in fact hurt. Of course, we're going to keep monitoring this situation for you and continue to bring you new updates as more information becomes available. But pretty scary stuff.
Yeah, meanwhile, very troubling for sure. Time now is 5:35, and here at home, we've had big parking tests in downtown with our sporting venues and our concert venues. But this is the first big test where Comerica Park and the new Little Caesars Arena have events on the same nights.
Let's check in with Local 4's Nick Monticelli. He is joining us live from downtown with more on this story. Where are we all going to park tonight, Nick?
At the station, I'm going to walk. There's some parking options. I think it's going to be okay, but this is the District Detroit. This is the spot everybody has been talking about. So the Fillmore has a concert tonight. The Fox has a concert tonight. Paramore is playing. Little Caesars Arena has a concert tonight. That's where Kid Rock is. Oh, and the Tigers have a game tonight too. So how is all this going to work out? Let's just... Tonight will be the third time Kid Rock takes the stage at Little Caesars Arena.
Cabrera with a two-hit game.
But the first time that both Little Caesars Arena and Comerica Park will have simultaneous events. And the Fox and the Fillmore both have shows tonight too. Not to mention, it's a Friday night. So it's safe to say bars and restaurants will be packed too. All of that means tonight is the real test to see how the parking plans will hold up. There are 3 new parking garages that have gone up, creating an additional 2,600 spots. An Olympia spokesman said the total number of spots with the old spaces is now around 7,000. But LCA can hold 20,000 people. Yesterday's Tigers game brought in about 20,000 people. So the key to making this work will be patience and adaptation. Remember, with Joe Louis Arena, many would park all over the city and use the people mover. That's still an option. Plus, the queue line is up and running, and people can park further north on Woodward and come downtown. There are also rideshare drop-off points too. So all we can say for now is let's see how all of this comes together. So whenever I'm at the airport doing a story about travel delays and airline computers being down, I always say pack your patience. You're going to want to pack your patience tonight too, coming downtown. On the flip side though, Everett and Rhonda, it is going to be pretty cool to see this area packed with people regardless of the parking concerns, because it's nice to see Detroit and a light like this. Well, you're live for the District Detroit. Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News.
You
today.
bet it is, Nick.
This is
How
exciting.
awesome. I think Lyft and also Uber is going to be a good choice for you tonight as well. Time now is 5:38, and in Farmington Hills, police are asking for your help in identifying 3 suspects in a retail fraud case. The 3 people on your screen are alleged to have entered the Saks off 5th store. This is on Orchard Lake Road on September 1st. There in Farmington Hills, police say that after entering, the trio took about 30 pairs of jeans, totaling nearly $4,000. The group is said to have drove off in a black Dodge Dart with Colorado plates. If you think you recognize them or have seen them, contact Farmington Hills Police.
Shocking phone calls have the Grand Rapids Police Department in kind of a tight spot. A judge ordered recordings between some officers yesterday, exposing 3 deputies trying to cover up a crash involving a former prosecutor. Now, the crash originally happened back in November of 2016. Former Kent County Assistant Prosecutor Josh Cooper crashed his car while driving it the wrong way down a one-way street. Yes, he was intoxicated. Now, we now have the recordings between the officers discussing their plans to cover up the crash report. Listen.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
I'd like to pass them on sobriety if we could.
All right, I'll do what I can.
Well. 2 of the officers have been suspended. 1 was even fired. That former prosecutor, Josh Cooper, will stand trial for those charges in the car crash. It is 5:39 now, and volunteers with the Humane Society, the Michigan Humane Society, are back after rescuing animals down in Texas and in Florida.
Yeah, the organization sent 9 people as emergency relief team to alleviate stress on the shelters that are experiencing in the wake of the storms with all of the stray animals. Well, the rescued animals will be available for adoption here over the next few days once they calm down after experiencing all the trauma from the hurricanes and the travel. So if you're looking for a new pet,
there are a few available, to say the least. So get this, a Massachusetts truck driver was fired for giving away boarding materials before Hurricane Irma hit Florida. His name is Tim McCrory, and he was delivering plywood to a Home Depot in Tampa when a flat tire caused him to be late. Well, by the time that he made it to the store, it had closed for the storm.
So he gave the wood to an off-duty police officer to board up his home, saying he spent all of his time helping the community. The CEO of Western Express, he says he understood the situation. However, he needed to look out for the bottom line instead of being a good community servant to law enforcement and helping somebody out who helps others.
Yeah, because so many people were giving away things in general down there to help other people. And I don't know. I think maybe they should rethink that one.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure someone else will give him a job.
There you go.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Time now is 5:41, and we are learning more breaking news. A wild smash and grab to take place at an ATM. We're going to have more on this story coming up after the break.
Also, how parents are putting their children in harm's way on the playground. This and more when we come right back. Keep it here.
Skip the...
Welcome back, everybody. At 5:44, Detroit police are looking for the suspects responsible for crashing into a building and stealing the ATM. This happened on the city's southwest side, and look at all the damage to the side of this building. We're told that officers are keeping an eye out for an F-250 or an F-350 Ford pickup truck, which was used in the robbery on McGraw and Lumley Street. Again, this on the southwest side of Detroit. No word on just how much money the suspects made off with. Anyone with information is asked to contact Detroit police.
It is 5:45, everybody. Let's turn to good health now. Experts saying that playground slides can also be dangerous when young children ride on a parent's lap. There's new data that shows between 2002 and 2015, more than 350,000 kids under the age of 6 were injured while on slides with an adult. Many of those were injuries like leg fractures. Researchers say that the force generated by an adult more likely to break a bone if a child's foot gets caught on the slide. So make sure you let the kids go down the slide on their own. Brandon, over to you.
All right, and we are looking at a cool picture here on Local 4 Storm Pins. A praying mantis. Pretty cool. This is from Taylor, Michigan, and William, does that say Harding? Look at that. Yes, William Harding over in Taylor, Michigan. And he says a praying mantis. Praying. Pretty cool shot. Local 4 Storm Pins on your app store for free under WDIV. Check it out. A lot of great pictures and some good pictures from down in Florida and Texas. We have stations down there, so they are also on Storm Pins. Get a lot of inventory, and you see a lot of the damage and chaos as well. But it's meant for tracking storms. We don't have any of that for you this weekend. Back to you. No. 59 with a little bit of fog. Minor weather story. A third of a mile visibility right now through Ann Arbor and I-94, M14, a little bit soupy as you head west. Also from Mount Clemens up to Port Huron on I-94, maybe across M59. Rural spots, of course, are going to be soupy as well. Hazy through the morning, and that fog may not burn off until about 10 a.m., but 75 at noon and hitting a high of 80 degrees, maybe a little bit of a stretch, but at least upper 70s and lower 70s for high school football tonight. 7 p.m., 70s, maybe falling into the upper 60s, but mostly clear skies, and your sunset tonight is at 7:42 p.m. Huge rain right now out west, and this is helping the wildfires there. It helps our sky conditions. So if more we put the massive wildfires burning in the west out, the fewer hazy clouds that we get from that. Yes, it can carry in the jet stream and deliver that haze, that smoke. Looks like cirrus clouds almost, but makes breathing a little more difficult. And it looks like right now that Jose, which is now a tropical storm, just barely. It's 70-mile-an-hour wind, so a few more miles an hour, and it's back to a Category 1. And over the next 24 hours, it likely will become a Category 1 again, but it's moving right in between the U.S. and Bermuda here. Maybe Tuesday into Wednesday next week for a hit on part of the mid-Atlantic or northeastern United States. We'll watch it. Meantime, back here at home, if you're heading to the ball game tomorrow out in Ann Arbor, sunscreen, balance, use some water, 82 degrees, your high tomorrow. And on Sunday, the JDRF One Walk is in the morning, should be in the 60s, and then a high of 82 with showers late Sunday after dinner time, late Sunday into Monday. So we are not worried at all about the weather. In fact, going to be gorgeous down along the river in Detroit. The JDRF One Walk is for a world without type 1 diabetes. We are looking for that cure. We've got a lot of information for you on the Seen on 4 page of Click on Detroit. Just look for that JDRF sign. You can sign up for our team. You can donate to help us find a cure for type 1. Myself and my son are type 1s, and we will be out there Sunday morning at Milliken State Park at 9:30. In fact, broadcasting all morning long, we will be on Local 4 News Today Sunday morning. But we'd like to see you out there again this Sunday morning, Milliken State Park. Here is the Kim DeJulio. Good Friday morning.
Ooh, what an intro. Good morning, everyone. Well, let's take a look at what's going on the roads. We do have one accident to let you know about over on the southbound lanes of Northwestern Highway right here at 10 Mile. The left lane is blocked. Watch out for a slight delay in that area. But other than that, no more accidents to report at this time. So we've got some construction to warn you about over on the southbound lanes of I-75. This is happening between I-696 and 9 Mile. One lane blocked there starting at 9 a.m., wrapping up at 5 p.m. Also, we've got construction over on east and westbound I-96 between Novi Road and I-275. Only one lane open there. This is a nightly project, however, so hopefully it won't affect you too much. It starts at 9 p.m., wrapping up tomorrow at 6 a.m., and this is going to continue throughout the weekend, wrapping up Sunday morning at 6 a.m. And also, we want to let you know more about that accident over on Northwestern Highway. We'll keep you updated on that in my next report at 5:54. Back to you.
Kim, we'll see you then. It is 5:50 now. Let's get you updated on some stories that you might have missed, like this one. The White House taking up an 11-year-old boy on his official offer. A boy from Virginia wrote to President Trump offering to cut the grass at the White House. And today, he gets his wish.
Yes, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders confirmed that Frank will help mow the lawn at the Rose Garden. The boy will work alongside the groundskeeping crew.
And Frank says that he will cut the grass and even run a weed whacker at the White House, and he'll do it all for free.
Way to go, asking for it.
Yeah.
You never know what answer you'll get. Be fearless.
I'm looking for a new lawn care company, so if you know anybody or if that boy's available.
I feel like you were a little unhappy with yours recently.
Yeah.
Thought I heard a rant.
Yeah.
Well,
that's very true. If you know anybody.
It's happened to all of us.
I know.
There's some good ones out there too, though.
Well, hello, Bluetiful. That apparently is the name of Crayola's newest blue crayon, which was unveiled yesterday.
Bluetiful came out on top after nearly 2 months of voting by fans. It beat out other names like Dreams Come Blue. That one was cool. Blue Moon Bliss, Reach for the Stars, and Star Spangled Blue. Bluetiful is expected to make its debut later this year and will replace the recently retired dandelion color.
It looks more like Blurple, doesn't it? Like blue, purple.
It does.
Right?
I do see more purple than blue, for sure.
Yeah, because look at the blue in Meet Bluetiful versus the supposed blue crayon.
Right. Maybe if it was up against purple, though, it would look more blue.
That's possible.
You know what I'm saying, how that happens?
Yeah. Very interesting.
Very major technical scientific analysis
and very
happening
important
here.
News,
That's
too.
right. 5:52 on your Friday morning, how to put your adult friends in timeout.
Yeah, Facebook users are definitely going to love this story. We're back in a minute. Bluetiful.
Tonight at 10.
Finally, Friday. We've made it through another week together. Going to be a good day today. We have fog of some concern, especially out in the rural areas. Just be careful. A little extra time. Give yourselves. Noontime, hazy sun, 75. A high of 79 or 80 degrees by 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon. Kim.
All right, just one problem out there to warn you about. Over on the southbound lanes of Northwestern Highway, right at 10 Mile, there is an accident there blocking the left lane. Not seeing much of a delay, just expect a slight slowdown in this area.
Alrighty, Kim, thank you. It is 5:56. So let's get to this Help Me Hank alert. You can block and you can unfollow, and now you can hit the snooze button on some of your Facebook friends. This is kind of interesting.
Yeah, so Facebook's newest feature lets you temporarily hide people in your feed. Think of it as a timeout for those friends that may be annoying you. So if you're annoyed with someone who is perhaps oversharing, getting vacation envy from looking at all the pictures of someone's trip, the problem is solved without breaking the connection.
You can just click the drop-down arrow on the top right of a post, and there you can unfollow or snooze. Well, there you have it. It's gotten that look. Are you checking to see if it's possible?
I have a friend in Greece right now. I'm getting real annoyed. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm very happy for her.
But just want to make sure that it works.
What was it called?
Snooze? It's called snooze.
Maybe I have to
update
Facebook.
It. Yeah. All right. It's 5:57, everybody. Meanwhile, you can follow both of us on Facebook. We promise you won't need to snooze on us.
Yeah, we don't overdo it.
Coming up, local stories from Southfield, Warren, and Detroit.
Plus, Facebook facing some concerning claims, how the social network let advertisers target hate groups. We'll explain more about that.
And a warning for college students about binge drinking and the findings that suggest it might be harder to study after a night out. I think we know that. Back in a minute.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 6 starts now.
It is a Friday. Woo, doesn't that have a nice ring to it?
It certainly
and you're really hyped up, especially because you know it's going to be in the 80s all weekend. So.
And you're probably going to the Paramore concert or the Kid Rock concert or the Tigers game.
Might be going to the Tigers game, and there's also the Fillmore and the Fox Theater have concerts too. So.
Absolutely. There's so much going on, including breaking news that we're following for you right now out of London.
Yeah, we do want to get to this. The subway has rocked by an explosion there. Injuries are being reported. We haven't heard anything about any deaths so far, but we have learned officials are calling this a terror attack.
Plus, another missile launch from North Korea, further ratcheting up tensions with the U.S. The emergency meeting that's happening today, we've got details on that coming up as well. And spreading the wealth, millions of dollars now dedicated to several Detroit neighborhoods.
And let's get over to Brandon and talk about what a gorgeous day it's going to be today and all weekend.
It's going to be a tough day to work. You're going to be staring out at beautiful weather conditions all day and taking aim at 80 degrees. Happy Friday morning. Happy weekend, everybody. We've made it. Finally, Friday. 59 degrees at the bus stop this morning. Middle 50s for the kids. So light sweatshirt, probably not a terrible idea, but it's shorts weather 100%. 79, 80 degrees by 3 p.m. with mostly sunshine. We do have a little bit of patchy fog, like Ann Arbor, usual suspects. Down in Monroe, up in Mount Clemens, mile and a third visibility, so it has improved. But areas north into Pontiac, a mile visibility or less. If you're heading to high school football games tonight, should be staying on the mild side or very pleasant. 7:42, the sun sets. Low 70s, may fall into the upper 60s. So you're looking good for football games tonight. We'll take a look at the rest of the weekend forecast, Kim, coming up right now. Let's get a check on the roads.
Well, the good news is that accident we had over on Northwestern Highway has cleared, but we do have a new problem we want to let you know about. There is a water main break at Pickford and Littlefield right here. So this is Pickford right near Outer Drive. So if you're traveling this way, you're going to want to avoid this area. We do actually have some video we want to show you. Again, this is the water main break that could definitely slow you down this morning. As you can see, it's very wet in this area. Pickford and Littlefield. Pickford Avenue, again, is right near Outer Drive. Certainly want to avoid this area at this time. Back to you.
All righty, Kim, thank you. Let's get back to the breaking news that we're following this morning from London. Police there now calling an explosion at a subway station a terrorist incident. Metropolitan Police saying that passengers reported an explosion in a car of the train during the morning rush hour, and several people do appear to have burn injuries. This is a look at the scene there, live pictures from the scene. Investigators saying that it's too early to confirm the cause of this explosion and fire or who might be responsible, but again, it has been classified as a terror incident. Of course, the situation continues to develop. You can find the very latest on our website, clickondetroit.com. And even breaking news here at home now. Investigators looking into a situation after a car crashed into a building in southwest Detroit. This is video from the scene. It's near the intersection of McGraw and Lumley Street. And right now, it's unclear how or why the car crashed into the building.
It is 6:03, and downtown Detroit has certainly seen a resurgence with the Illich family and Dan Gilbert and all of their investment. Well, now some other major investors with Detroit roots are hoping to do the same thing, only their focus is Detroit neighborhoods. The investment, $27.5 million in several neighborhood communities to build new housing. Local 4's Nick Monticelli joins us now live to tell us all the neighborhoods where this is going to be happening. Nick, good morning.
Good morning, Rhonda. It really is some exciting news to share. You look around the district, Detroit, the Fox, LCA, Comerica Park, so many great things happening in this area, but the narrative has always been, well, what about the neighborhoods? Well, last night, Dan Gilbert, Mayor Duggan, had a big announcement to make, and that was $27.5 million for those neighborhoods.
Doing this talk show host style today.
It was the Dan Gilbert show at the DIA last night.
Two-time NBA champion, but one-time almost NBA champion.
And with special guests Draymond Green and Stephen Ross.
To see the energy and the excitement that's being generated in this city right now is tremendous.
And during this Detroit homecoming, Ross, a Detroit native who owns the Miami Dolphins, announced the effort to attract $27.5 million in investments aimed at affordable housing in Detroit neighborhoods. And his reasoning was simple.
This is where I'm from. It's home.
A philosophy shared by Green, even though he's a Saginaw native.
When you build up downtown and midtown, you have to build up everything else around it in order to sustain that. 'Cause I think I saw something a year ago that said by 2031, Detroit will be the #1 city to live in. I mean, that's great.
The actual plans to invest are still in their infancy, but we do know the money is coming from Ross, the Ford Foundation, and a development company called The Platform. For a while, the narrative is that while areas like the District Detroit have come back to life, neighborhoods are ignored. But now, according to Crane's Detroit Business, the hope is for affordable housing and market-rate apartments in areas including Island View, the Brightmoor and Old Redford areas, McNichols and the Livernois Corridor, New Center, Milwaukee Junction, North End, Eastern Market, and the Riverfront. Which is another one of those projects that people said, wait a minute, we're spending a lot of money on this. What about those neighborhoods? But again, you've got Dan Gilbert and all these investors saying that it is time to pour that money back into the neighborhoods. Now it's just a matter of determining how that exactly is going to happen. We'll just have to wait and see. We are live this morning at the District of Detroit. Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News today.
Well, it is certainly going to be transformational. $27.5 million goes a long way. So let's talk now about this timeline for folks that live in these neighborhoods. When can they start to see some changes?
You know, we don't know that yet. When we tried talking to Mr. Ross last night about trying to get some more details of the plans, he said everything is essentially in its infancy. They don't know how they're going to roll it out yet. They don't know where they're going to build. This is all just conceptual as of right now. But he also said have patience because we do have big plans.
Big plans, and we know Stephen Ross, he delivers. He's given over $300 million. University of Michigan has a few buildings there named after him. So no doubt it's going to happen. We just have to be patient and wait and see. It's pretty exciting. Thanks, Nick.
It is 6:06 now, and today the United Nations Security Council expected to meet about the latest North Korea missile test. The missile flew over Japan and crashed into the Pacific. This was Thursday evening. This launch is the second to fly over Japan in less than a month and comes 11 days after its sixth and most powerful nuclear test. President Trump and First Lady Melania toured the hardest hit areas of Florida, which are still reeling from Hurricane Irma. On Thursday, the president praised first responders for their quick response and told residents that the government is with them 100%.
A Detroit Lions fan who made a racist post on Snapchat on the opening game there on Sunday has now been banned from Ford Field and surrendered his season tickets. The man posted this picture of two fans sitting during the national anthem. The post included a caption with racial slurs. Stacy, who's pictured here in the front forward of the screen, says that she joined the protest last season of sitting during the national anthem when other NFL players started doing it to bring awareness to social injustice and portions of the national anthem in the second and third stanzas. She never expected this kind of reaction.
Just figured it was just my protest and something I was doing, and it wouldn't affect anyone around me. So I thought I would be like, you know, just some little small part of the big picture, but.
Well, it certainly became a big picture around here. Stacy says that she is satisfied with the outcome and happy that this fan will no longer be sitting near her, and she plans to continue her protest.
Time now is 6:08 on your finally Friday morning. Let's turn things over to Jason Carr. He's got some furry guests with him this
well, at
morning.
least one furry guest. Not you, Earl.
Well played, well played. A new season, a new home coming up. We're talking to Earl the Twirl and Hooper about the Pistons and their chances in the NBA, plus what fans need to know about tomorrow.
We are excited to have both of you here, and it's Friday, so you know what that means. We need to burn some calories, some of that pizza Everett ate yesterday.
Yep.
Helping athletes before they hit the field, any level of athleticism. That's next in our Fitness Friday. It's Fitness Friday. We're back at Omni Kinetics in Birmingham with Graham. And you have efficient workouts, kind of get the maximum results with minimum effort.
Absolutely. Golfers, runners, they don't want to spend time warming up. They want to get into the activities, but we got to make sure that their body's ready.
Okay.
So for our runners, we're going to have them lean up against the wall. Bring your front knee up as high as you can. So left knee's up. Now pull that left arm away from the wall. Push that wall over, and then go ahead and switch sides. So drive that right knee up. Take that right hand away from the wall. It's just a great way to work on front side mechanics and back side mechanics for runners.
Okay.
So now we're going to do a layup reach. So stand sideways to the wall, reach as high as you can, like there's a $100 bill you want up there. Get on your tiptoes, and now bring your right knee up. You can get as high as you can. You can even, turn against the wall a little bit. So now we're getting that rotation in, again, whether it's golf or running, and you've got your hips and shoulders working together.
Okay, last one.
So now, big step away from the wall. Like your superwoman, I want you to try to touch the far side of the room and then just tiptoes onto that wall and then stand on up. And go through that again. So this is a great way to get into single leg strength, and it's a great transition into getting people to be able to deadlift, which is a very underutilized exercise.
All right, that's a good one. Well, if you want to see more workouts with Graham at Omni Kinetics, go to Fitness Friday at clickondetroit.com. You'll also find more information on their monthly fitness seminars.
I'm lucky.
Well, the countdown is on. The Pistons kick off their season at their new home in just over a month from now. Even sooner, the Pistons taking the floor of Little Caesars Arena for the first time for some preseason play. And starting tomorrow, tickets for individual games go on sale. Joining me this morning to talk about the upcoming season is former Piston Earl the Twirl Curitan. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
And back here goofing off, Hooper is also in the house. Good morning, Hooper, the furry one, as ever I was saying. So what's going on? Good to see you.
Good seeing you too. Yeah, we're getting ready to get started here. The fans are, well anticipating this happening for over a number of years. And tomorrow, our tickets will go on sale. We got a special ticket going on sale this week. You can get 4 different packages. The big game plan that we'll have, where you can pick from the big games from the Cleveland Cavaliers, from the Golden State Warriors coming in. So you'll pick the schedule to pick the games that fit your schedule. And also we have a weekend plan that you can get, and we have a weekday plan that you can get. And like I said, the big one is the pick 'em. So you can come in and pick whatever game you want to go to and be able to come down and watch it. And they'll go on sale at 10 o'clock at the Palace or either at Little Caesars Arena.
There's a lot of curiosity about how the Palace and the new arena, how they compare or contrast. What's your gut reaction to the LCA?
Well, you know, we were ahead of our time when the Palace was built. It was a state-of-the-art arena that came in, and you know, as you know, if you went out to the Palace last year, you can see that it's still in real good shape. But this arena is going to be, incredible. It's going to be a trendsetter, you know, all around the league. It's going to have a little bit of everything. It's got a little bit of old flavor in there. When you go in there, you see the Olympia sign from the old Olympia Arena that's right there. You see the manholes on the ground. The bathrooms are going to be accessible all over, convenient when you walk out from your suite. The gondolas that hangs down from the top. You know, all of the great restaurants. You know, Kid Rock's got his new restaurant just opened made in Detroit. You know, the Social Sports Bar and Mike's Pizza. So from tacos to pizza to fine dining to whatever you want to eat will be in that building, and it's a little bit of everything for everybody. So it's going to be exciting.
Hooper's cracking me up, acting out everything you say. As a two-time NBA champ, I mean, you played with Dr. J. Give me your take on the current culture in the NBA where guys are going, switching teams and building super teams, and hey, you know, what if we played together and let's try to win a title?
Right, it's a little bit different now because guys are talking about it. I mean, it kind of happened a little bit, you know, in our time, you know, as you know, in '83, you go back that far, and you know, you look at a team where, you know, we had Moses Malone and Dr. J, 2 MVP of the leagues on the same team, and you know, going back even as far as when Wilt Chamberlain, you know, left the Philadelphia 76ers and went to the Los Angeles Lakers. So things like that was happening, but now, you know, players seem to talk to each other and they seem to hug a little bit more and be a little bit more friendly and open about it now. So.
Well, we're always friendly when Hooper and Earl stop by. Hey, good to see you.
Always a pleasure.
All right, man. You're all right, man. Coming up at 6:30, I'll be joined by another famous athlete, Ken Griffey Sr. He has an important message to share. Stay tuned for that. Right now, let's go back to the desk. I'm sorry, over to Brandon.
All right, I'll take it. Just talking weather here, and I got a pretty easy job. Let's not kid ourselves. I don't have a whole lot going on. And temperatures are in the 50s in most suburbs, 51 Ann Arbor, 60 still at City Airport, and near 60 at Metro Grosse Ile, 57 from Pontiac over to Mount Clemens. Areas we're seeing a little bit of fog, but we still have a mile visibility in central Oakland County. Watch out some of the more rural areas as you head down into Monroe County, out in Washtenaw County. Patchy fog this morning. By 9-10 o'clock, it becomes more hazy sun, 75 degrees at noon, 80 this afternoon. A lot of 70s, but some 80s. Could happen, certainly, for the White Sox-Tigers game tonight. Again, just the start of any number of great things happening here around Detroit this weekend. 7:10 first pitch, upper 70s, tailgating, and falling into the upper 60s perhaps. So not a terrible idea to bring a light jacket or sweatshirt, but we are protected by a big old ridge of high pressure through today, tomorrow, and Sunday. 82 tomorrow. Don't forget the sunscreen if you're out at the big house doing anything outside. We're going to warm up quickly, and on Sunday, 82 degrees, looking really good all day. Shower chances probably after dinner, late Sunday into Monday. We have the JDRF One Walk. Walk to find the cure for diabetes. That is downtown at Milliken State Park Sunday morning. Jimmy McCardle, our photographer this morning. Great job, pal. A wonderful shot here of that crescent moon. Croissant moon.
Croissant.
It is, well, Earl was talking about tacos and chicken. I had to throw the croissant
The
moon
French
in there.
croissant. All right, well, that sounds good right now, too. Good. Oh, thank you, Hooper. That's so sweet. Well.
You had every opportunity to do that during weather.
All right. Well, we've got to talk about some construction here over on the southbound lanes of I-75. We've got that's happening between I-696 and 9 Mile. 1 lane blocked from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, east and westbound I-96 will have construction as well between Novi Road and I-275. Only 1 lane open there for nightly construction starting at 9 p.m., wrapping up at 6 a.m. This is going to continue through the weekend, wrapping up 6 a.m. on Sunday. Over to you, Rhonda.
Well, how nice. You got a hug. I got one too. It just wasn't on camera. Nice of them to stop by here. Excited about the Pistons season. Well, it is 6:19 and it's time to talk consumer headlines. Netflix is helping parents celebrate their kids' birthdays. We'll show you how. Plus, Macy's is hiring for the holidays. We just told you about Target yesterday. But first, it's Facebook. Facebook is facing a new controversy this morning. So let's get to Maribel Aver joining us now live at NASDAQ. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Good morning, Rhonda. You know, Facebook lets advertisers buy ads targeted to people with anti-Semitic views. An investigation by ProPublica found advertisers could target Facebook users who were interested in topics such as Jew hater and other anti-Semitic categories. ProPublica was able to buy the ads targeting users with those views for just $30. Facebook removed the categories after being contacted by the news organization. Macy's is hiring 80,000 workers for the holidays. It's down a bit from the 83,000 last year, but remember, the chain has 70 fewer stores than a year ago. About 18,000 of those new workers will be used to fulfill online orders, and that's a big increase over the 3,000 that were dedicated to online sales last year. Netflix is introducing a new feature called Birthdays on Demand. It's a new way to surprise your kids on their birthday with a happy birthday video from favorite characters such as Barbie and Lego Friends. You just choose any one of the 2-minute featurettes, and your child's favorite characters will deliver a special birthday message. Rhonda, or you can just message me, and my dog Barney will sing happy birthday to you. Talking Pet, best app ever.
Yeah, I mean, you need to be in America's Got Talent if that's the case. All right, thanks, Mirabelle. Have a good weekend.
It is 6:20, everybody, and up next, binge drinking and your brain, the damage that it could cause at an early age. That's coming up next in Good Health. And before we go to break, let's meet today's Facebook friend for today. This is Patty Fix and her glamour shot. She is from Garden City, and she tells us that she loves the Tigers.
Well, hey, there's a game tonight. You can have fun in downtown Detroit. And also, just for being our friend of the day, Patty, you get tickets to see the Renaissance Festival every weekend now through October, all for being our friend of the day. And if you'd like to be our next friend of the day out there, anybody, like the Local 4 Facebook page and click on the Friend of the Day tab. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's 6:24. Let's turn to Good Health now. And some sobering news this morning about teens and alcohol. A new study finds binge drinking at a young age might harm the brain. In a new study, students with a history of binge drinking showed increased activity in several regions of the brain. Experts saying that these changes might be an early sign of alcohol-induced brain damage. Binge drinking is considered 5 or more drinks for men and 4 or more drinks for women in a 2-hour period.
Weather and traffic for you here. I've got 59 degrees and patchy fog. Just be careful, especially out in the suburbs. Eventually, it's hazy sunshine through the lunch hour, 75, highs near 80. Gorgeous day today, Kim.
Oh, gorgeous. All right, well, here's a look at that patchy fog that we're dealing with this morning over on I-96 right at Evergreen. A little bit hard to see, but we can see that there are no backups in this area. Just be careful of that fog.
All right, in sports, the Tigers will look to snap a 6-game losing streak against the White Sox after they were absolutely smoked by Chicago yesterday, 17-7. That was more points than were scored in the Thursday night football game. Ouch. We won't show you those highlights, but we will show you this from Cleveland. The Indians extended their win streak, oh, good, to 22 games in dramatic fashion. The Indians tied it with 2 outs in the 9th, and then in the 10th, a walk-off single by Jay Bruce into the right field corner against Kansas City Royals. They'll look to extend that to 23 games against the Royals today. Also in action last night, the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals, and just another snoozer in the NFL. Come on, all field goals except for this 49-yard touchdown from rookie Texan quarterback Deshaun Watson. This kid is good. He's going to be really good. This was his first start in the NFL, and the Texans win 13-9. With fantasy football in full swing, you can join Jason Carr. He just spiked it on you. He's doing Mondays, everything that you should have done to win in your fantasy league. He's your Monday morning quarterback. Again, guys, that's Monday.
Well, that's a new
segment.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, it is 6:27. Coming up next at 6:30, local stories for you from Warren, Southfield, and Detroit. Plus, the latest on the breaking news out of London, where a terror attack has happened. We've got details on that coming up in just a little bit.
Also ahead, an officer puts his life on the line to save another, and we're going to have that story for you. It's next in our top video. Stay with us.
Right now, it's a
So let's explain what's happening here. Today's top video comes from the community of North Texas, where police and firefighters rescued a teen girl inside of a burning home.
Wow. Body camera video shows an officer breaking the glass and going right into the house with only his uniform. He eventually had to leave because his uniform couldn't handle the heat, but thankfully he was able to save that teen from that burning home. We're back in a minute.
It can. Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
Welcome back, everybody. We are continuing to follow breaking news out of London, where police are now saying that the fire on a subway was a terrorist incident.
The fire started just after 8 a.m. at the Parsons Green station. Officials there saying a number of people have been hurt. However, the exact number not released just yet. London firefighters have been leading passengers along the elevated subway tracks to clear the area, while a counterterrorism command team is in charge of investigating the situation.
It's a little early to draw any full conclusions as to what the circumstances and cause of that explosion are, and we are investigating and exploring that at the moment.
British Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson says that people should keep calm and go about their normal lives as first responders and investigators continue to work. Of course, we'll continue to keep you updated on this incident at the London subway station on our website, clickondetroit.com. In the meantime, it is Friday and we're heading into the weekend here at home.
Yes, and a big weekend here at home, especially in downtown Detroit with all the concerts, Comerica Park, LCA, the Fillmore, Fox Theater, all the restaurants. There's a lot to do in the city and beyond, Brandon.
Great
weather for golf, you name it.
Maybe you've got a birthday this weekend.
Everett.
It is going to be a good one. I'll tell you what, we've got the best weather in the entire country right here in Pure, Michigan. 59 degrees outside right now. Notice the visibility at Metro as we watch a little freighter action through the Detroit River. 1 mile visibility, and so we do have some issues with fog once again this morning. We'll show you some of the trouble spots. Again, driving I-94 through Ann Arbor, also driving up I-75 through Oakland County. Watch out there, I-75 down as you head downriver, down into parts of Monroe County. Some thick fog also from Mount Clemens up to Port Huron on I-94. So we need to be careful. Just slow it down. Don't use the high beams. The sun comes up in about 45 minutes. 59 degrees at 8 a.m., 75 degrees at noon, 80 this afternoon with some hazy sunshine. And high school football tonight, 7 p.m., still in the 70s, but falling into the upper 60s. Should be good to go no matter what. And as we look ahead to the weekend, I have to ask the Magic Satellite Radar page, will we see 80s? And it does say something here. There's a Y and there's a little S. I have to figure yes. We have 80s in your 7-day ahead, Kim.
That is just what I ordered. Thank you, Brandon. All right, well, I know you ordered a great commute this morning, and that is exactly what you're going to get because we don't have any accidents to report at this time. However, that fog kind of out there, so be careful of that. Now let's talk about some construction. We've got some construction over on Grand River, both directions here between I-94 and Cass. 1 lane block there until 3 o'clock later today, so you could see a little bit of a slowdown. And then those of you who travel through Clarkston, expect a slowdown here as well because we have construction over on the northbound lanes of Dixie Highway right near I-75 here. Only 1 lane open, and that's going to be that way until 6 o'clock tonight. So just keep that in mind if you do travel through that area. Also, we've got more construction to talk about over on the Lodge. We'll tell you all about that coming up at 6:44. Back to you.
All right, Kim, we'll see you in just a little bit. It is 6:34 now, and we want to get to stories that we're following from all across Metro Detroit this morning.
And those stories include out of Warren, Southfield, but we do begin in Inkster. And that's where homeowners are on the lookout for this group attempting to break into houses there. At least 3 homes were hit in one night, and police believe that the group is after medical marijuana that is being grown legally in yards of homeowners. This security camera footage captures the teen lurking around one home until they notice that they were being recorded.
There's 5 of them, and it's just me and her. I do have dogs, but I didn't want them coming in.
Police believe that the teens have been scoping out the area and are urging homeowners to keep their eyes open.
And over to Southfield now. 4 home invasion suspects are still in custody after leading police on a chase. Investigators say that Thursday afternoon, the men kicked in the front door of a home on East Larkmore Avenue. What they didn't know was a neighbor was watching. Police arrived as the suspects were driving away.
And in Warren, a man gets away with $240 from a restaurant on Van Dyke. Surveillance pictures show him stealing from the register of the Kebab House restaurant. He gets away in a car that's described as this, a black Dodge Stratus with an Old English D on the back window. Downtown Detroit is going to be bustling tonight, as we mentioned at the top of this half hour.
There's a concert, there's a Tigers game, a home game. So the concern this morning is, where is everybody going to park? Let's check in with local 4's Nick Monticelli with what everyone needs to know. There's a lot more than that going on, so take a deep breath and break it all down for us.
I have to take a deep breath to be able to do it. So here we go. Over there is the Fillmore. They've got Danzig playing tonight. You've got the Fox Theater for Paramore tonight. You've got Little Caesars Arena with Kid Rock playing tonight. Oh, and you also have the Tigers playing at Comerica Park. So where is everybody going to park? That's a good question. Tonight will be the 3rd time Kid Rock takes the stage at Little Caesars Arena.
Cabrera with a 2-hit game.
But the first time that both Little Caesars Arena and Comerica Park will have simultaneous events. And the Fox and the Fillmore both have shows tonight too. Not to mention, it's a Friday night. So it's safe to say bars and restaurants will be packed too. All of that means tonight is the real test to see how the parking plans will hold up. There are 3 new parking garages that have gone up, creating an additional 2,600 spots. An Olympia spokesman said the total number of spots with the old spaces is now around 7,000. But LCA can hold 20,000 people. Yesterday's Tigers game brought in about 20,000 people. So the key to making this work will be patience and adaptation. Remember, with Joe Louis Arena, many would park all over the city and use the People Mover. That's still an option. Plus, the queue line is up and running, and people can park further north on Woodward and come downtown. There are also rideshare drop-off points too. So all we can say for now is, let's see how all of this comes together. So I know it might be frustrating, but on the flip side of this, Evrod and Rhonda, it's going to be kind of awesome to see all of this come together and to see all of these buildings packed with people. This is what Detroit should be about. This is what it used to be about. We're back in our heydays.
Oh, yes, we are. District Detroit. What a fun time that's going to be tonight.
So now, Nick, I'm wondering, you like to party. Which one are you going to, and where are you parking?
I'm going to all of them. Why do you have to choose just one? I've got
Exactly.
tickets to everything. I'll bounce around all night long.
There you go. Or just hang out outside
and take it all in.
with the people.
People watch. There you
All
go.
right.
Exactly.
Thank
Maybe
you,
I'll
Nick.
just ride the queue line up and down all night
There you
long
go.
and just people watch.
That'll be some great people watching.
And keep your eyes out, everybody. You might see Nick Monticelli.
Thanks,
All
Nick. We do want to send things over to Jason Carr, working on a very important issue for us this morning.
He's a baseball legend with an important message. Ken Griffey Sr. in studio to talk about something that's not only impacted him, but also millions of others. Everett, over to you.
Thank you. But first, a student athlete not letting a medical condition that impacts millions get in the way of his success. His inspiring story coming up next.
Type 1 diabetics cannot eat what they want. Blood sugar goes too high or too low, could be even fatal if we don't control it. Also, you can't be too active. You'll pass out from hypoglycemia. Well, these are stereotypes broken by a young man who says if you control your diabetes, you can do anything.
Joshua Tufts had a life-changing Christmas when he was just 3 years old, too young to know he was suffering with type 1 diabetes in the hospital.
I was diagnosed December 28, 2002, so it's a little over 11, 12 years now.
He wouldn't even open up his Christmas presents that Christmas.
The disease runs in the family on both sides, but was still a bombshell.
My dad passed away a few years after Josh was diagnosed, but it's one of the few times I saw my dad cry and her dad cry at the same time.
Sarah Tufts made a decision that would change the course of her son's treatment and her school district's medical procedures.
She worked at a doctor's office when I first was diagnosed, and she ended up quitting her job and being a stay-at-home mom.
She was at the school, she fought for a health aide, she fought for a health plan.
Sarah worked with the JDRF and trained school faculty from bus drivers to teachers about Josh's rights to treating T1D in school and what to do if dangerous blood sugar levels go too high or too low. And now,
every elementary school, the middle school, and the high school all have a trained health aide now.
Just as Joshua didn't know his disease when he was 3, diabetes had no idea what kind of competitor this kid is.
I played baseball and I played football. Those are my main 2 sports. My freshman year, I played basketball, and I got called up to JV as a freshman, and then I ended up getting called up to varsity at the end of the year.
As a senior, an all-state athlete from Flat Rock, Michigan, Josh has taken his lumps in sports.
During football, I'm going to bruise up way more easily, so the diabetic can't take as much as like a normal person will.
He has to check his blood sugar every 15 minutes, switching from an insulin pump to shots, depending on the sport.
I'm just beyond proud of him whenever he takes the field, because he's got to work that much harder to be successful.
They're more proud of his leadership on the field and his dedication to T1D treatment than, well, the time Josh hit one off the wall at Comerica Park in the high school playoffs.
Well, I won't lie, Dad was pretty excited, but just his leadership.
Proving diabetics can do anything he or she puts their mind to, Josh is heading to college, helped by his honors status and baseball prowess.
I have one offer to play baseball at Henry Ford Community College as of right now, and then I'm talking to Alabama State for another scholarship as of right now, which is a Division I college.
JDRF research and advancements in diabetes treatment means Mom and Dad can monitor Josh's type 1 diabetes round the clock, remotely, if he goes away.
I guess it's going to stay with us, and we're going to make sure that there's going to be some type of cure.
Who do I look up to and role model? And I look at my son, I'm proud of my son, and I look at him as a role model for what he does.
The Tufts family believes in themselves, the JDRF, and Joshua's future as a student athlete with type 1 diabetes.
I'm not worried about him being the best. I want him to do his best.
Taking care of my diabetes is the #1 thing. It needs to be the best thing I can.
Huge inspiration. This kid was a lot of fun to meet. Joshua's shooters are going to be out there at the walk with us on Sunday, raising money. He's a mentor at the JDRF, talks to kids who are newly diagnosed at the hospitals, just tries to ease them in, and he is doing some good work, and led by his parents, who also have made some life-changing moves for him and the schools. That's another issue that type 1 parents often have, how to deal with it in the schools. You have rights, just deal with the JDRF and they will help you out. This Sunday we have the One Walk. JDRF One Walk is for a world without type 1 diabetes. Myself, my son, type 1s, and we will be out there at Milliken State Park Sunday morning at 9:30. We'll be live on Local 4 News today all morning promoting, and we have information on clickondetroit.com as well if you'd like to donate or join our team. Come out for a walk Sunday morning. It's going to be awesome along the riverfront. Like this up at Lake St. Clair, Harrison Township. Local 4 storm pins, a little haze, a little fog, some remnant clouds from Irma. That's gone. Visibility is an issue, though. We have 50s and fog out there. 51 in Ann Arbor, very soupy through Washtenaw County. Parts of Macomb County, Monroe County, also very thick fog. Temperatures getting into the middle 70s at lunchtime, and then highs near 80 degrees with a White Sox high school football tonight, whatever you have going on, to a concert. We should be in the upper 70s in the early evening, falling into the upper 60s late. No problems tomorrow out at the Big House. Make sure you have the sunscreen on. Lots of sun Saturday, 82 degrees. There's our JDRF sign on Sunday. Morning looks great. Midday looks great. Sunday night, though, rain and thunder showers. Sunday night into early Monday. Temps stay real pleasant. All of next week, Kim, this is that. Is that 7-day built for you?
It literally is exactly what I would have ordered. You couldn't have planned it better. Thank you, Brandon. All right, well, good morning, everyone. Still looking great on the roads. Here's a look at the big picture. Wow, we just look fantastic this morning. Nothing you need to worry about as far as accidents. May see a little bit of patchy fog that could slow you down, so just be cautious of that. We also had some construction over in Southfield, the northbound side of Northwestern Highway, just past 12 Mile here. 1 lane block from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. May see a little bit of a slowdown there. there as well. Also, we've got construction on eastbound I-94 between the Lodge and I-75. One lane blocked there from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Also on eastbound I-94, the ramp to northbound Southfield Freeway, only one lane open there. This starts at 9 a.m. and that's a continuous project wrapping up Monday morning at 5 a.m. So keep that in mind for your morning drive on Monday if you do leave super early. Back to you.
Thanks, Kim. Traffic producer Kari tells me that there's an accident westbound 696 in the left lane at 275, so that's blocked. It's the second most common cancer in American men, with more than 100,000 new cases diagnosed each year, and about 1 in 7 men will be diagnosed during their lifetime. It's also the third leading cause of cancer deaths in men. About 26,000 every year are blamed on prostate cancer. But it's very treatable if caught early. And with September being Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, we're looking to bring extra attention to that. And joining me this morning is Dr. Isaac Powell from the Karmanos Cancer Institute and baseball legend Ken Griffey Sr. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
During the commercial break, we were talking, and you mentioned the fact that the Tigers farm system had produced such talent in the 70s that when George Sparky Anderson, Cincinnati claims Sparky, so do we, when he was fired, you knew exactly where he was going.
Yeah, we had an idea. George Foster and I used to sit and kind of analyze a lot of stuff, but we had an idea because we had been playing the Detroit Tigers in Lakeland for years, and we watched Trammell and Whitaker and Parrish and Gibson, those guys coming up. So he knew, or we knew, that Sparky, once he got fired from Cincinnati, where he was going, and he went straight to Detroit. And
you called it.
Yeah, he went straight to Detroit. We knew he was going there.
George Foster had 52 home runs in 1977. Doctor, tell us about getting screened, catching it early. I mean, we were also talking during the break about how some men later in life, they find out they have prostate cancer, but it advances so slowly, you monitor it first. Explain that.
Sure, yes. There are cancers, prostate cancer may grow rapidly or it may grow slowly, and we're trying to understand why that's the case, but we recommend that men at least be screened, and if they're diagnosed with a cancer, it may be aggressive when diagnosed, or it may not be. And if it's aggressive, we recommend treatment, or if it's not aggressive, then we may follow it, which we call active surveillance. So that's what we do today. But it's very important that they know about the disease, understand it, and include their families in the process of going through this.
There's an event coming up. Tell us all about that.
Yes, we have what is called a prostate cancer symposium every year. This year it's called the Summit. This is a bigger program this year. It is going to be for the public, open, but the space is now limited. And if you want more information, call our number, 1-800-KARMANOS, and you'll get more information.
All right, and you yourself speak from experience.
Yes, I speak from experience. I had lost 4 uncles with prostate cancer, so my mother's brothers. And she was very diligent in me getting checked, because she raised 5 boys and 1 girl, so she was always on the boys about that. So when we got older, she wanted to make sure we took control of what we were going through. And I got diagnosed early, which was great, in terms of having the surgery and all that. But I got the opportunity, we hooked up with Bear, to go around the country and talk to people about, it's called Men Who Speak Up. And it's about prostate cancer, and more about advanced prostate cancer, where patients can really sit down and talk to their doctors about what's going on in their life. So that's exactly what I do right now. Junior and I do that both.
Yeah, thank you both for being here. Yeah. Important message to spread. 1-800-KARMANOS, and real quick, Dodgers or Indians? Who do you like in the World Series?
National League.
National League, man. It's got to. Brandon said Cubs. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
All right, I've brought over to you.
All right, very nice to have them here, and great information. So
Absolutely.
Important to get tested early.
It is 6:51, everybody. You know what time that sound means that it is.
Wow.
Whatever that means. Listen, it's Friday, y'all. It is 6:51 in the morning. Let's just get on to Free Friday.
Yes.
Free Art Friday. Take a look.
All right. It looks like somebody could grab it before
wait, hold
we
on.
even get a chance to tell anyone. He may not know what's going on.
Is he going to get it?
He's not watching TV, so he doesn't know. But this is
right
our art for today, for Free Art Friday. You know, every Friday we hold this scavenger hunt somewhere in the city of Detroit to promote creativity, celebrate art, and enjoy the city. So now you see it. Do you know where it is? If so, grab it, take a photo of yourself with the artwork, and send it on social media saying you won Free Art Friday from Local 4. And don't forget our hashtag Local4 today.
Do I see a brick road there?
Well, we do want to tell you this week's piece, who made it.
Yes, Anne-Marie Minero, and it's an English D coaster.
Very nice.
Baseball, kind of a theme with the location there, if I'm not mistaken.
Could be.
You might want to hit the town tonight, maybe pop the cork on a bottle of wine. You never know. All right, we'll be back with today's stories to watch for. Keep it here.
You're bad.
Skyport.
Welcome back, everybody. We continue to follow breaking news out of London this morning, where police have declared a fire and an explosion at a subway station a terror incident. And we've learned that at least 18 people have had to be taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Just moments ago, investigators said that the fire was caused by the detonation of an improvised explosive device. Here, closer to home, President Donald Trump recently weighing in on the incident, tweeting, quote, "Another attack in London by a loser terrorist. These are sick and demented people who were in the sights of Scotland Yard. Must be proactive," end quote.
And breaking news here at home, a car just crashes right into a building in southwest Detroit, caused a lot of damage. It happened in McGraw and Lumley Streets. Police believe that the suspects were trying to steal the ATM. Stories to watch for. Police in Inkster, and they are warning medical patients that grow marijuana legally about this group of teenage thieves. Security cameras around one home caught 5 teens trying to break in last night. Police think that the group is connected to similar crimes. They were spooked when they saw the security cameras.
And the United Nations expected to hold an emergency meeting after North Korea launched another missile over Japan. Brandon?
All right, 50s and foggy out there. You can kind of see it here downtown, but it's even thicker out in the burbs. 80 degrees later, that fog should lift by about 9, 10 o'clock, and all weekend it's warm.
All right, we have an accident westbound I-696, the ramp to westbound I-96, only one lane getting by. It's foggy out there.
Man, oh man.
I know your day's just starting, but we're halfway through to the weekend.
Absolutely. Enjoy yours, everybody.
That was me. Have a good day, everybody.
Go get the art. Go get the art.